I took the whole process of dating like a job as well. Like, I got to have this many candidates, and then I weed them out. Not like, I said, maybe that came out the wrong way. But I'm just saying.
See, you're better than me because I'm like, oh, you are like crawling on the floor for me? Sure.
No, I get that. I feel like I just want one and done. Like
Really?
I just want one and done.
Okay.
I would like to. I know it's much easier said than done, but I'm you know what? I'm very picky. I think Kobe Ray can attest to that. I am like very picky, and I know what I want.
Yeah.
So I just want it to be one and done. Like, I don't want to be in a space where like I want to date multiple people, because a lot of times like men just want one thing from me, and I'm cool off that. Like, I just like don't want that type of thing.
How do you know though if it's one and done if you haven't explored your options? Hey everyone, I'm Melanie Eke.
And I'm Colby Ray.
And you are watching your favorite show on NCRF TV, Life Lessons. Woo-hoo. All right, I'm really excited about our topic today because we are diving into the real conversation about balancing romance and ambition when you're in your building season, okay? So can finding love and dating, can that be a support system, help you grow?
Can it be a distraction?
I don't know. We're going to dive into it with two amazing guests today. Ray's going to introduce them.
Yes, so today we have Sammy. Say hi to everybody, Sammy. And we have Kiara here. Both of them are our amazing guests, but they're going to tell you more about themselves.
Yeah, I think especially for this topic, it is important to kind of know what you guys are doing in life, you know, because you're both kind of, you know, what season would you say you're in? You know, your building season or...
More settled.
But let's talk about what you do first.
Right, okay. I'll go first. So right now I'm a firefighter. I grew up playing baseball, though. So I played professional baseball for 5 years, and then after that was done, I went in to pursue a career in the fire department. So currently working for LA County Fire Department. And yeah, so right now I would say like...
He's out there saving lives, y'all.
Yeah. It's the best job I've ever had. I'm not going to get too into it, but I'm very fortunate to be in this position right now. And so it took a really long time to get here. So I would say I'm still grinding, but I could kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel now since I'm like off of probation. I got through the academy and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I am right now.
Yeah, I love it. So you're like, I'm calm, but I'm still in grind mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were in the thick of it at some point in time. All right. And we'll talk about that. Okay. All right.
Okay, so I am currently a graduate student at the University of Southern California with Kobe Ray. Yes, go Trojans. I was an academic counselor at Harbor College. Now I'm transitioning to El Camino College. I'm an alum of El Camino College, and I'm working for Emoja. So I'm very passionate about like working in higher education and different regards of that. And I feel like just how you mentioned, you're in a space where you love doing what you do. I feel like I'm in a space where I love doing what I'm doing too. When I was an undergrad, I was pursuing something that I wasn't necessarily passionate about. I was just money, safe, secure. But now that I'm in a space where like I genuinely love and I'm passionate about, I feel like really good and I feel like at peace type of feeling.
I love that. And going back to school is a grind too.
It is. Yes.
And now you're going to school not just as a student, but as a working professional and a student. That's a whole other level.
It is.
That's a grind. That's a grind. A different kind of grind for sure.
I mean, so let me kick this off. Is there a such thing as, you know, when people say, I'm focused right now, I'm building, I'm grinding, I don't have time to date. Is that a real thing? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's me.
All right, talk about it.
Yeah, that's me.
I see some controversy online about that, phrase. People being like, "Oh, like I don't think I'm in the space to date right now." So, like, yeah, I would love to hear you guys expand on that.
Yeah, I feel like me personally, I am not in a space to date. I feel like after one bad interaction, it would kill it for me, and I'm not gonna sit here and try again. I'm very. That's just me. That's just me. I am just at a point in life, I'm trying to get at the space where I want to get into, and I just don't need any distractions. So I'm just really on grind mode right now.
What about you, Sammy?
I'm at a space where I'm like ready to date again.
Okay.
When I was like going through the academy and stuff like that, it's like just physically exhausting, but like mentally like exhausting. So physically, like going through the academy, like you literally have to wake up Monday through Friday at 3:30 a.m. It's like not even a time to wake up. Like 3:30 a.m. is not a time to wake up, but you have to be like ready to go to run 5-10 miles at 5 a.m. and then complete the rest of the day. So you're like from sundown to sundown, you're like doing stuff. We get out at like 5, 6, 7, 8 sometimes p.m. So getting through the academy and just working through that, trying not to get fired. You can get fired any day there. You get constantly tested on just different things in the classroom, outside the classroom on more practical stuff. So during that time, didn't really have time to like really pursue too much of a relationship with anybody, just because I just didn't have the capacity to like give somebody a piece of me at the time. Right now, since I've finished the academy and I'm done with probation, which is another grind, I could kind of like, kind of get out there and try to date some more now. So that's where we're at right now. Yeah.
And what does dating look like for you guys? Like, is it like, because some people are like, oh, I would rather like go on dates and see about people. Or are you like, I would want to go on a date with a friend of a friend. Like, does a type of dating feel more taxing for you in this time of life than others? The apps, Or
even, and think about, Sammy, I want you also think about when you in your grind mode too. So let's talk about both. Go ahead.
Yeah.
In the grind mode, well, I've always found it easier to date somebody that is like a friend of a friend, like you said. Because one of the biggest things about dating somebody is like, are they crazy or not? Like you kind of want to know that off the top. Like,
you have to figure that out. That's important.
Yeah.
Well, how do you figure that out?
Yeah.
What's
some
crazy
experiences?
Because crazy
Let's
to
talk
you
about it.
is different. Crazy is different for everybody.
Okay, so. Well, that's the thing. Crazy people don't know they're crazy. But if you have a friend that tells you this person is kind of like this, and kind of give you like, all right, I think everybody has that one friend where you have to warn your friends about. Like, I have a friend where you're like, hey, this is my friend.
But
They're a great person, but sometimes they can just say some things,
Okay.
So like, not to say that's somebody I'm dating, but like, I would say like off rip, just knowing somebody's like personality, some of their traits from somebody that you know, like a trusted source, kind of helps you into that dating process with that person. Because learning a new person is really tough.
It is.
And people, like when you meet somebody, you're meeting their representative for a really long time until like something comes down. It's like, oh, that's who they really are. So if you could kind of explore that with kind of like knowing in the back of your head, like, oh, my friend knows this person like that. So they kind of gave me like a heads up.
yeah.
It kind of ultimately helps that dating process.
It's
for me
like
and my
dating
experience.
like you going for a job,
Job
right?
interview.
Yeah.
Like, not the
They become
reference.
highly referred.
Yes.
No, literally, I was like, not the reference.
I love it. What about you?
Yes, I feel like I wouldn't want to do that, just because I feel like sometimes that can get a little tricky, and then that can just mess with friendships as a whole, type of thing. I feel like the older you get, it's harder to date.
Wait, when you said mess with friend, can you elaborate when you said it mess with
Yeah,
friendships?
so like if Kobe Way was to refer someone to me, whether it's her friend or in anything in that kind of like regards, I don't know if I'd do it. I just don't want it to like
really
mess things up, because we're like super close, and I don't want it to be in a space like where I see that individual and it's kind of like awkward or weird. But then
Now,
I'm
you're
also
saying
like
only if it's negative or even if it's positive.
Oh, that's a good question, actually, if you put in that aspect. I don't know. I guess I would just have to check it out and then just fill it out and then just kind of see how it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm also not a person where I like put myself out there.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm not going to approach.
Please, y'all don't even know. We will go to a restaurant and she will get approached 65 million times. But she'll be like, I was just being nice.
But that's another thing too. I feel like a lot of times when I'm like super nice, men see that as flirting and they just take it to a new level when I'm just trying to be just a nice person, a nice, genuine person. So
yeah. Okay. Now, so let me ask you a question, because you also said that you're not in a space to date. You don't feel like you can date right now. But does it get lonely? Like, you ever feel like, oh, I kind of could have somebody around?
yeah. In all honesty, no. I feel like I am such a I'm really busy and I occupy my time a lot. So I work a lot. I work out a lot, and I always find things to like make, figure out things to kind of like make my day useful. So
Yeah.
There are times where I kind of like think about it, like, damn, I'm kind of single at this point in my life. So I'll share some things. I went to a point where I dated someone for a long period of time. So I dated someone for 8.5 years, and then
That's a long time.
very long time. And then that was someone that I've known like all my life. And then it didn't work out. And then I tried once more in undergrad, and it just didn't go well. So I think that just killed like my overall experience of just wanting to try anything. I feel like once I get to that space where like I want to get to know someone and I want to move forward with someone, like I give it my all.
Yeah.
So like it gets like very disappointing, and I just don't want to like go through that again. And I know what I want, like, and I feel like I attract the wrong type of men. I think that's what it is too. I don't know what it is. I feel like I attract the wrong type of men.
I mean, you attract the wrong kind of men. He's attracting crazy. You know,
I don't know what y'all got going on.
I know.
sometimes it's also a difference in perspectives between how men date and how women date. Because if you think about this, the first thing that we asked you is like, I have to know if she's crazy or not. That's something that you hear men say a lot, right?
Yeah. I want to hear this crazy story.
I actually don't have too many. Well, it doesn't.
Too many.
It doesn't get past the crazy. If you know somebody's crazy, that's where it kind of ends.
Okay.
Like, that's,
But it's crazy
Okay, but you have to find
you-
out that somebody was crazy at some point in time.
It's crazy to use somebody because you're a firefighter, and I know y'all have like kind of really demanding. You can have a very demanding schedule, whether it's a demanding schedule for 2 days, 4 days, like especially there's like some crisis going on. It's like you're out of commission. Like, so is it somebody crazy that's like they're blowing up your phone? Like, is somebody that's trying to like know exactly where you at? Is that like your version of like crazy? Because it's like you have a
I don't
very
think that would be crazy.
Oh, okay.
That is that's something different. I would say crazy is on the scope of like somebody maybe is delusional, like pathological liar, like stuff like that. I think that's crazy. You know, like so somebody like that. So here's the thing.
pathological liar.
Everybody wants to be wanted, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What's that Eric Bellinger song? They ain't looking, whatever. All right. But
I think I know.
you know what I'm talking about. All right. So everybody wants to be wanted. So I would say I would be more inclined to somebody that's blowing up my phone rather than somebody that's like, oh, I can go a few days without talking to him. And then you're like, do they really like me? Because the scariest thing I think for a lot of, well, I would say for myself, I'm not going to speak for everybody, is liking somebody more than they like you. And that can
But
kind of
that's the only way a relationship works if a man likes the woman more.
Exactly.
A lot of us were told that by our moms.
Listen to
Find
that.
someone who
Yes.
loves you more.
Somebody that likes you more. Yeah, 'cause
Maybe initially it's like it'll even out eventually, but like at first
The man has to like
you
you.
just don't want to get played with. You know, at the end of the day, like the worst thing is like that oh, I thought I had a friend type of moment. It's like, oh, I thought this, maybe they don't like me like that, you know?
Yeah.
So you kind of don't want to do that and kind of just have to pick up the pieces after that. So to kind of avoid that, I like to kind of like ease into things a little bit, you know, instead of like just going like, some people go like hardcore, like they're like, we're in love. Like,
I was
we're in love.
literally telling her in the
This is
car,
my
I was
person.
like, I would hate to date. You just need to tell me you love me immediately, so I can know. So I know exactly what the vibes are. Like,
And that's something we want to talk about too, is, you know, the time investment, right? So like if we are grinding, building, trying to really make something happen and stay focused, and you say you do allow somebody into your life, like what are some of the red flags? Because you don't want to just get into this and spend all your time, and the next thing you know, it's like, I wasted my time and I could have been working on this, you know? What is like
That's a rough one. Well, here's the thing about dating. You're not going to marry everybody you date.
That's fair.
So you kind of got to give some people some time and see if it's going to work out, and then kind of go your separate ways if it doesn't work out.
How much time are you giving them?
I don't think it's like a hard like 2 weeks or 2 months. I think
2 weeks.
it's kind of like I'm more so like kind of like let's go with let's just let it flow, you know. And then if it's going somewhere, it's like, oh great. If it's not going anywhere, it's like, oh, you know, I think this is kind of fizzled out.
you can tell for
fall
sure.
back a little bit, yeah.
Well, how do you know then somebody's a distraction to you pursuing your goals? Or how do you know when they're taken away from that if you do decide to date? I'll give you an example. Like, I have a friend, and you know, she was saying that she really enjoys spending time with her men. Like, she really likes being around them, right? So she said she does not allow herself to date and to build at the same time, because if someone's around, she already knows she's gonna want to be around them, and she's not gonna do what she has to do. But that might be a personality thing. But you know, like,
And I have another friend who's like, oh, like dating is like a muscle. Like she's like, she like decided in her brain recently, she's like, I need to start going on dates again because I'm so used to being by myself. Like I don't even know what I haven't had to like. I'm being with myself and my friends. Like I haven't had to tell somebody about me. I haven't had to like do that in a minute.
Yeah.
So like now I have to keep dating in order to like. I need to keep dating in order to like get in that groove and hopefully find somebody. So it's like different. It's like some people view it as like a muscle.
Yeah.
like oh, I need to do this. I need to get back into it. I need to put myself out there, get that energy around you. And some people are like, no, I can't because it would be a distraction.
Yeah. So any ideas? How do we know that it's a distraction?
Ooh, I guess like for me, a distraction would be somebody like that doesn't understand like time investing. Like being a firefighter is like no other job I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah.
Like you could be gone for like days at a time, not see this person at all, and then come back and just be so tired that you don't even want to like do anything. You just want to just like lay down the whole day maybe. And I guess somebody not understanding that could kind of get a little tricky, you know. But it's like, oh, you're here now, so now we could do things. It's like, I kind of don't want to do anything right now. Like, you know, last thing I want to do is do things. Like, I know I got to do a million errands right now, and I don't even want to do those things. So, like, if you want to hang out, like, let's just hang out. Like, I don't really want to do all the
Now, are there things that you can do to give them that security? Because you know, sometimes when you're away, sometimes women, especially, may be a little nervous. You know.
They can come to the station. I can,
Okay, that's real. That's real.
That is real.
I can't leave, but yeah, they can come there. But then it gets kind of tough because you might get a call and that person might live far. They showed all the way up to the station, and now I gotta leave, and who knows when I'm coming back. So, but that's an option. Yeah, guys do that. Guys
and communicate. Like, are you able to still communicate with them when you have these long periods of times that you're away, or you're not allowed to talk?
We can. So that's the other thing. When I was on probation, you can't. All right, let me try to get this really quick out. All right, during probation, you can't watch TV. You can't look at your phone. Like, you can't do anything. Like, you have to be like, you have to do everything first. You have to. Oh yeah, it's rough. So during that time, you can't really respond to text messages. So now I'm in the position where I'm off of probation, where if I do see my phone ringing, like I can answer it if I'm not busy. You know. But then again, you kind of like these guys you work with or girls you work with, they kind of become your family in a way. And so you feel antisocial sometimes as everybody's at the kitchen table talking and you're over there on the phone. Now, there is a time for every firefighter, you could do that. You could talk to your family whenever. But usually at nighttime is when guys like to call corporate and they talk to their family and do their FaceTime and stuff like that. But during the day, if everybody's out and together and talking, you try to kind of join in. You don't, so.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
That is a tough dating situation.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I know.
It's like, so they could look at that like, oh, you had downtime, but you didn't want to talk to me. But it's like, we did, but we were talking, we were training, we were doing this. Yeah, we weren't on a call necessarily, but we were kind of busy in a different type of way. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever had a relationship drain you?
Yes, but it was my fault. I would say it was my fault. I just speak on my previous. I would say it's my fault because I knew, but I was trying to act like I wasn't knowing what was going on so that I can still have that person like in my life type of thing, if that makes sense. So
Give us a little more.
yes. So okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So I guess we'll speak upon the sense of like reassurance. I was aware of things that individual done prior to me living in that city, but I wasn't there, so I can't sit here and justify that.
Yeah.
So I guess it was just a sense of reassurance that I needed that I didn't get. And I was aware of the things that he did, but I act like I didn't know. So I tried to ignore it so that we can continue what we had.
Yeah.
So it was my fault at the end of the day.
Because you want it to work.
I wanted it to work, but just like we mentioned before, it's not going to work if I want it more than the man, or if I put in more effort than the man, type of thing. And if we had a conversation about it once, and have a conversation about it twice, and it's the same type of apologies. But at the end of the day, it's my fault at the end of the day, and I take full accountability, and I know what to do better. You can kind of like moving forward.
That's really mature.
I know. Yeah. Well, the draining is being, as you get older, obviously, it's like you start to understand what drains you and what doesn't. So then you guys have more discernment of who you're, like he said, I don't want nobody crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, you know what's draining you. And it's like, I'm not even going to be with you I'm not even going to try to be with you in the first place.
Yeah.
Because you have traits that are going to drain me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, everybody has to learn, you know?
Yeah.
And
I feel like, especially when you're young, that's like I feel like it's very important for you to date while you're young. That's when you get an aspect of what you like, what you kind of don't like.
Yeah.
Different aspects of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it gets harder once you get older.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People stuck in their ways. The older you get, it's like,
Yeah.
not that you could change people, but it's kind of like, ooh,
Yeah.
I see
Less
this person is
moldable.
for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Little less moldable for
Exactly.
sure.
Absolutely. What about fake support? Let's talk about fake support, right? You know, like you got a lot going on, you're ambitious, you're driven, and the person that comes along and they're like, oh no, I understand, you know? But they really don't.
Yeah.
You know? Anybody or any situation like that or know of anything?
I haven't
like
experienced fake support.
that? Okay.
I haven't, but I think what would be nice is like somebody that is kind of like on the same schedule. I wake up early and I go to bed early. So like I'm in bed sometimes like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to text me at 9:30 and I don't respond to like 5:30, they could take that a different way. Like, oh, they probably looked at my message but I'm like really asleep though.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
I think that's just a level of maturity, right? So you're looking for someone that has the same level of like maturity as you.
that's true.
Or as I was saying, fake support, that sounds like fake understanding. Like, oh yeah, I get it, but where you at at the same time?
I feel like there's a sense of like insecurity as well.
Yeah. It's like probably better as you guys say, like as you get older, it's like probably somebody that wants to build with you, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, can you have somebody build with you while you're also trying to get to know them? Like,
Yeah.
do you think that's possible?
Yeah. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think for me, like you were saying, matching the lifestyle. I think that works for me. I think the situations that have been most successful have been when I've been with people who are just as busy as me, who are just ambitious as me, have just as many things going on as me, and they don't feel as needy. Because, I mean, it may not even be that you're needy. It just may be that you don't have as much going on. And that's just not in a bad way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying,
I absolutely understand.
like if you're striving for something and I respect that, and I'm striving for something and you respect that, then I think that alignment is kind of what makes it work personally.
Yeah.
But you remember you were gonna say?
I don't remember what I was going to say. It's okay.
Oh,
I lost my train of thought. It's okay.
No, because I said that, I was like, oh, is it possible to build while you're grinding?
Yeah.
And like while you're dating? Because it's like, I'm in a relationship, so it's like we're building individually and together, but we've been together, so it's like I'm not also trying to get to know him while I'm grinding and building and doing all that. So like, you think you can get to know somebody and build with them? I guess lifestyle,
yeah. And it's the type of
Housing.
person. I mean, for me, I think it just comes down to
You
like
both gotta want it.
yeah, the type of person that you're with. Like if they are actually somebody who's that's why I talk about fake support. Like, you know, like if they really are for you and for your goals, and they're really going to try to make it work and try to, you know, I'm not going to say lose themselves or anything like that, but compromise, adjustments, and all that stuff or whatever. Like they'll do it.
So is that like somebody that's willing to sacrifice for you?
Uh-oh.
Is
That's not what I'm saying.
I think it's like working to make it work. Do
Yeah.
you think that that's possible nowadays, or do you think people are a little more like you yourself, or people are a little more like self-centered? Like they're like, I'm going to build and then I'll date, because sometimes that isn't realistic. Sometimes you have to build and date and build and do all the things.
And sometimes it might take a little longer.
Yeah.
It just might take a little longer. We may be more on like a 3 to 5 month track in terms of trying to get to know each other versus, you know, a couple of months we're going on these dates. I may only see you once a month for the first couple of months, but we're still building. It doesn't mean that we're not moving forward. Timing.
Yeah.
I Any thoughts on?
I just think it just depends. Like for me, I'm willing to do it if you want to do it, but you got to put the effort in too. I don't want to be the only one that puts the effort in, type of thing. If we're on different schedules or we're pursuing two different things, if you come to me and you want to pursue something and you show me that you want to pursue it, then I'm willing to work with you.
Yeah.
But if you don't give me that time, you don't give me that effort, then I'm not going to sit here and just waste my time with doing that.
Absolutely. I don't want you to think, because I keep on thinking about what he said about, you somebody that's gonna
Crazy.
they're gonna compromise for you. It's not that. I think more so what it is, somebody that's actually willing to understand. I think that's all it is. Just understand, what I'm actually up against. Because some people say they understand, but they don't actually understand or don't want to actually understand. I think same for you. Like, you need somebody. You really needed somebody who would understand. Yeah. They would have to be.
I think that's when you need those ground rules. As soon as you
boundaries. Okay, let's talk about let's talk about boundaries. Like,
what are y'all boundaries? Give me
in terms of protecting your space, protecting your peace, and making sure that you're able to still get done what you need to do.
You can mix your boundaries with your standards, but think about that.
Yeah, I gotta think about that one.
Not calling you all times of the day and night, constantly, 20 times. That's what it sounds like. What do you say?
You can call me, but y'all ain't gonna answer. Do not disturb. Are you a do not disturb?
You said you actually prefer the calling over not.
It's nice to know that somebody's thinking about you, right? Rather than the other way. Like, but here's the thing though. Like, I'll just give you an example of other firefighters. So, I work with somebody and they're explaining to me like their situation with their wife and at home and everything. So like let's say there's a leak and it's like he's at work. If she has to call somebody, a plumber, and it costs $4,000, like he's okay with her doing that because he's not there, and the anxiety it will give him to try to fix something not physically being there is a lot, especially like working and everything you have to deal with day to day. So he would just have to eat that and just be like, okay, it costs $4,000. He'll come home and be like, I could have fixed that for $40. But I'm glad you did something, Like I wasn't here. I can't get upset about you for doing something. And so I don't know if this answers any question, but as a firefighter, it's good to have somebody at home that can handle things when you're not there. Yeah. Things as little as like watering a plant or something, or taking care of your pet or something like that. When you're not there, so you have that peace of mind that when you're at work, you could just only think about work.
So you're looking for somebody that is a business handler. They'd be like you're looking for those traits. You're like,
absolutely.
I want to know that this woman or this person is doing something and they're able to take care of themselves and
problem solver. When we're not there, somebody who can solve problems.
This is
when
really
you're
a
not
job
there.
interview. I'm a problem
No, seriously.
solver. I have really good collaboration skills, problem solving, leadership skills.
Yes.
But I'll be honest with you before, because I'm married now. I will be honest with you. When I was still dating, I did kind of look at it that way because there are some parallels, And then I took the whole process of dating like a job as well. Like I gotta have this many candidates, and then I weed them out. Not like right. Maybe that came out the wrong way, but I just said.
See, you're better than me because I'm like, oh, you are like crawling on the floor for me? Sure.
You're the one.
Sure, let's do it.
You're the one. No, I was always like that. I always had to have
job interviews here. The qualification is you are so extremely interested. I gotta give you this. That's the qualification.
Well, we're talking about dating while you're grinding, right? So the most important thing when it comes to dating while you're grinding is being laser focused in terms of your intentions, in terms of what you're looking for, in terms of what you will take, what you won't take, and I think that's the most important thing, because if you don't know what you want, that's going to start to derail you.
True.
So you gotta be focused. Like, I don't have that much time for this to begin with, so if I'm going to do it,
right. But it's like, is the intention like, oh, I'm looking for a long-term partner, or like I want to date and maybe it could be like that.
Oh, you're right. So there's different types of dating. Okay. Sometimes, like if you're in your grind mode, you may just be dating because you like having people around. Yeah. That's acceptable. We act like that's not okay, but that's okay, right?
No, yeah, that's okay.
Sometimes you just want a hug. You want a hug and a meal.
A warm body.
You are so
And a little
funny.
kiss, and that's it. You know, sometimes that's what people want.
No, I get that. I feel like I just want one and done. Like
Really?
I
Okay.
just want one and done.
Okay.
I would like to. I know it's much easier said than done, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm you know what? I'm very picky. I think Kobe Ray can attest to that.
Okay.
I am like very picky, and I know what I want.
Yeah.
So I just want it to be one and done. Like I don't want to be in a space where like I want to date multiple people because a lot of times like men just want one thing from me, and I'm cool off that. Like I just like don't want that type of thing.
How do you know though if it's one and done if you haven't explored your options?
That is true. I feel like
gag.
that's true. I feel like I explored enough options.
You feel like you've explored enough options. I mean, from what I'm hearing, you said you were in an 8-year
Yes.
situation, so it seems like you know
what you don't want, and that's enough.
Yes.
Well, I
yes.
mean, but I'm saying though, like I
No,
don't
that's
know,
right.
because
You're
I
completely
come from
true.
that other kind of viewpoint of like I want to know once I make the decision that I know. I feel like I know everything else that's out there. I wanted to make sure that I've seen it, I've did it, you know, I know, and I know I don't want it.
Yeah.
And I want to know that 100%.
It's not much out there.
It's true.
Okay, well, thankfully I got something going on.
She's like,
Especially in LA, there's not too many options in
she's
LA.
like, and I'm gonna
LA,
go get
dating
my
in LA
ring
sucks.
shot
You get
tonight. Thank you. Okay, girl.
No,
yeah.
I know the dating world is
It's
rough,
bad
which
right
is
now.
why it's even bigger of a decision to make when you are focused and you're striving towards something. Because it's like, do I even waste my time with this?
Yeah.
But everybody's viewpoint, I feel like in the dating world now, well, what I hear is everybody's like, oh, there's so many fish in the sea. Like, let me see. But if
Not good
everybody's
catches.
trying,
Not
but
good
if everybody's
catches.
trying to see, then what is there any solution? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's so many fish, but then like quality fish, I guess, is the question.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a
nobody
whole
wants
other
no farm raised
situation.
salmon.
Yeah.
You want that fresh caught.
That fresh
And it's interesting, though. I will note, we're hearing the same thing from both of you, and we have a male and a female here, so it seems like it's just as bad. Because a lot of times we like to say it's easier for the man. So, like, you guys can just make the decision when you're
Are y'all
ready,
like-
and there's gonna be options, but you don't feel that way.
Are y'all like pickier nowadays? You know, maybe.
Well, I mean, one thing that I didn't add or mention is I have a kid too, so like
Oh
that.
yes.
that's
Oh,
a
and he's the
whole-
sweetest, by the way.
Yeah, I got a
What's his
6-year-old,
name?
so that adds a whole different thing to the equation too, like having somebody new around your kid. And so,
Absolutely.
also you got to take your time with that too, because you don't want your kid to be like, "Where's such and such?" You know, like,
yeah.
"Oh, well, son," you know. Those are
Well,
tough
such and such was crazy.
conversations.
Kobe Ray, you are crazy.
You know what? I am, and that's why I'm not dating.
Okay.
She's locked in.
Okay,
She's
hold
locked
on.
in.
So we talked about red flags. I want to talk about green flags. You know, what are
okay.
some of the things that like those refreshing moments where we're like, oh no, this person, I can date them while I build.
Okay.
This could be my support system. You know, what are some of those green flags? You mentioned doing the little things, right? Watering the plants and things like that.
So some green flags is somebody like I like to joke a lot, and
Sense of
somebody with a sense of humor that like to
Okay.
take a joke, and can and you know, somebody like that. Somebody that's good with kids is actually perfect. I'm not opposed to somebody who already has kids, because at my age, like a lot of people already do, so that's fine. And blended families are perfectly fine with me too. So, so good around kids, likes to laugh. Those are two big ones, and then ambition. So like somebody ambitious, and then also like that problem solver. That's like a big one. Like somebody like that could be at home and could like just take care of things if I'm not there.
I love that.
I love that. That's so sweet. I feel someone who makes me feel like very safe and secure, someone who supports me through my journey, someone who's very mature is definitely a big one for me.
Mature as in like self-assured, not needy. Like, would you like? Because mature is like a very, I feel like everybody thinks they're mature. But are you actually?
Yes.
What does maturity mean to you?
In a sense where like I would say in a way of like you know how to take care of yourself, right?
Because I don't want to have to take care of you.
No,
Right.
no. And someone that can take care of me as well. I would say it's something like you said, someone that has like ambition and drive, because I have so much ambition and drive in the things that I do as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a very independent person, so someone that can take care of me, someone that can like lift the weight off my shoulders would definitely help.
Lift the weight off my shoulders.
I would also say someone has like a well-rounded family is kind of like important to me too.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love
that's
that.
like
Yeah. Family oriented. That's like
yes,
up
I love
there
that.
on the
Yeah,
list. Yeah.
I feel like those. I probably have more, but I'll say those.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So if you were to meet someone, you know, that embodies all of those traits, and if you were to meet someone that embodies all those traits, would you be willing to date while you build?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that finding the right person makes it worthwhile? Because I mean, you're the one that said that you're not in a space to date.
No,
so.
I'm okay.
But if you found that person,
But you
If I
probably
found-
had to go on a couple dates.
I would have to go on a couple dates. I feel like I'm just not even in a space where I can do that. Like I'm so busy. Like
Okay.
I barely have time to hang out with Kobe Ray.
okay.
So
So we
it's like,
just, so we just,
I
so we just
barely
put
have-
we put your asks out there to the world, and you're
Yes.
telling them no. Okay, all right, got it. Okay,
Sorry, I'm
you know,
sorry.
like we're trying to
Let me get
turn
this
this
degree
into a dating
first, and then I'll
show,
go
but
ahead and.
You can pull up to the school.
There you go. You
You can have lunch. You can have lunch on a USC campus.
There you go. On my break. On my lunch break.
Okay, sorry. Well, I guess we're
No,
we're
you know
not
what I would
getting
say?
there.
I feel like after having this like deep conversations, I feel like I wouldn't mind having a date here and there, but I just feel like I'm just not ready for it. I'll just say
That's
that.
fair.
I don't think I'm
That's
ready for
fair.
it, but I wouldn't mind going on a date here and there. But I think, like I mentioned, I always attract like the wrong men.
Okay.
And I remember where I mentioned like men only want one thing from me. It's like, oh, like pull up to the crib. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But I mean,
So-
that reinforces what we said, though. But if you found that man that you just described, it might be a little different.
You know, you
That's
may
all
change
I'm
my
saying.
mind.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
But your
He's
answer,
like-
Sammy, was yes. If you found that person that you just described right now.
Yes. Yeah.
You
Yes.
see a girl in a park and she playing with some kids. And she sees a kid fall and she immediately pulls out her first aid
Hey,
kit
kids.
and helps the child. That's
The
her
Band-Aid.
problem solving.
She's a
And
problem
then-
solver.
Right. And then all in that, she comes up to you and says hi because she's ambitious. And there we go.
She pulled it all together. Okay.
There we go.
That's the perfect scenario.
Together.
Good start. Yeah.
Love it.
You better start going to the park.
Okay, so I am going to ask you guys to give some thoughts and feedback to our audience. But Kobe Ray, is there anything else that you wanted to add to that conversation?
No, I'm just sitting here being crazy. Shout out my man. He's okay with me being crazy. That's my only criteria.
Somebody that accepts you for who you are.
Yes.
Can we please say that and say
Yes.
that loud? Oh my gosh. Don't come in this trying to change me.
Yeah.
And and it's like
No.
I've always been a crazy busy person. I've always had a million things going on. So that's not gonna change. So understanding that this is me and this is who I am and really truly respecting that goes a long way for me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we do like to end our show with final thoughts and advice for our viewers out there. So if there's just one piece of advice you can give to someone about the making the decision between dating and or building, do I have to choose one? Is there anything that you would tell them as they strive, as they go through this world?
I would say just be open-minded. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it's fine with just trying it out and being like, it's not a good time, but, I tried it at least. But ultimately, I would just say stay focused on your task. And if somebody comes along, maybe give them a chance if it fits into your schedule and just see where it goes from there.
Yeah. I love that. I would also say take care of yourself first.
Absolutely.
That's very important. And just figure out what you want in your dating goals and then try to seek that out. There's nothing wrong with like dating while you're in school or in your life is busy. So just figure out what you want in your life, what you want to pursue. So you don't get in a sense where like you're wasting your time. And then,
You stole the words right out of my mouth, so I don't need to add anything. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Know what you want, and stay focused. So it's beautiful. Anything you want to add to that, Kobe Ray?
I always like to say connect with your divine energy. Connect yourself to the universe. and whoever you believe in your God. And once you feel that connection, manifest. Because girl, work for me. Just start manifesting. Be like, you know what? And you just got to be candid. Be candid with yourself and whoever you are speaking to. Like, Lord, I want this, this, and this. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do for me and what I got to do for all those around me, those I already love. Please just bring to me for this, this, and this to add to that. Yeah. And once you connect with that and within yourself and you really, really, really tap into that divine energy, I feel like somebody will come to you.
I love that.
It will come to you, and be okay with it just coming to you.
Yeah.
Right,
Don't ignore the signs though, because sometimes we get in our own way. But
Absolutely. You know what? Along those lines, you did spark something for me. It's kind of knowing your values, know what I value in life and knowing what I value in a relationship. And so then you can align those things so that you're always honoring your values in your process of grinding, building, whatever you're doing, and then also honoring your values when it comes to relationships and just kind of align those things and make sure that they're working together.
No, it's good.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
Yes,
Thank you for having us. Now I have a different perspective.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
No,
That is our goal. So please, some breakthroughs here. If you guys do social media, feel free to go ahead and shout that out if you
or
want.
your LinkedIn's or whatever.
LinkedIn. Oh yeah,
Oh,
because since this is professional.
My Instagram is Sammy Carter, man.
My Instagram is Kiara Marie, so KIARAMARIE.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, this is Life Lessons on NCRF TV. I'm Melanie Eke.
And I'm Colby Ray.
And have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Let us know what you want us to talk about next.
Drop it in the comments.
Hey.